Hello children, myself Ishwar Chand Balichwal welcomes all of you. Today we start chapter first, number system. First we take introduction of different type of numbers. Okay. In our earlier classes we have learned about number line and the representation of various types of numbers. So we have a brief review of the various type of numbers on the number line. Okay. Natural numbers. Natural numbers are collection of counting numbers. Okay. Like 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. The group of this type of numbers is known as natural number. Okay. Whole number. Collection of counting numbers with zero. Whole numbers also include zero. So, the group of whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. We represent this by W. Okay. Integers. Collection of whole numbers and negative integers. That is collection of whole numbers and their negatives. Like that. Z is the symbol of this. 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on are positive, and 0, -1, -2, -3 and so on are negative. So we can represent them as 0 plus I minus I, and the group of this is represented by Z. Here Z comes from the German word zählen, which means to count. Okay. These numbers contains prime numbers, composite numbers and co-prime numbers. So we have to also know about these type of numbers. Prime numbers. Any positive integer greater than 1 with no positive divisors other than 1 and itself. That is, having 1 and itself is the factor only. In other words, we can say that any number cannot be divisible by other than 1 and itself are considered as prime numbers. Okay. Here we take example 3. 3 is the 1 into 3. Here the factor of 3 is 1 and 3. So 3 can be divisible by only 1 and 3. 3 means itself. So 3 is a prime number. Okay. No other factor exists for prime number. Only 1 and itself. Here we take 2. 1 into 2. So factors are 1 and 2. By this way we can count any prime number. Here 11. 1 into 11. That is 1 and 11. Only itself and 1 is the factor of prime numbers. Okay. Now we take other types of numbers. Composite numbers. Okay. Composite numbers are what type of numbers? Is a positive integer that can be formed by multiplying two smaller positive integers. Okay. That is, it is a positive integer that has at least one divisor other than 1 and itself. As in prime number, that there is only itself and 1, 2 divisor, but here at least one divisor other than 1 and itself. That are called composite numbers. Examples 14. that is 2 into 7. Here the divisors are 1, 2 and 7. So other than itself there is another divisor also. 6, 2 into 3. So at least one divisor other than itself. Composite numbers are whole numbers that have at least 3 factors. At least 3 factors. One itself and one other. Okay? Like this. 14. 1 into 2 into 7. Here 1 and 14 also. 1, 2 and 7. These are the factor of this composite number. 6. 1 into 2 into 3. Co-prime numbers. Two numbers are co-prime if their highest common factor, that is HCF, is 1. Means in between two numbers there is one factor only, which is 1. Other than 1 they are not divisible. Okay? As a common they can be divisible, but as a common they are not divisible. Any two successive numbers or integers are always co-primes. Okay? We take example. For example, 2 and 3 are co-prime. Because in 2 and 3 there is only one common factor, which is 1. 2 can be represented as 1 into 2. 3 can be represented as 1 into 3. So HCF is only 1. There is only one common factor. Here we take another example. 18 and 35 are co-prime because factor of 18, 1 into 2 into 3 into 3. 3 3 are 9, 2 are 18 into 1 18. 35. 1 into 5 into 7. Here 7 5 are 35 into 1 35. So here the common factor is only 1. So HCF is 1. That's why the 18 and 35 are co-prime. Okay? Now we move to real numbers. All the rational and irrational numbers taken together make up the collection of real numbers. Okay? That is, real numbers means all rational numbers plus all irrational numbers. Okay? So this type of numbers is almost all numbers are real numbers. Okay? Rational numbers. The collection of rational numbers is denoted by Q. Rational comes from the word ratio and Q comes from the word quotient. These are numbers like 1 by 2, 3 by 4, 13 by 97, minus 2006 upon 2007 and so on, like that. That is numbers of the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0. The collection of all such numbers is known as the collection of rational numbers. Okay? So how we represent Q? Q is the symbol of rational number and Q is represented as the form of P by Q, where Q must not equal to 0. P and Q belongs to Z, means P and Q are integers. For example, minus 27 is an integer, can be written as minus 27 by 1. Okay, here minus 27 is P and Q equal to 1. That's why this form is according to P by Q. So minus 27 can be represented as minus 27 by 1, and this is a rational number. Okay, 0 by 1, 11 by 1. By this way, all natural numbers, whole numbers also considered as rational number. All fractions, for example 2 by 14. So here 2 can be represented as 1 into 2, 14, 1 into 2 into 7. So 2 cancel out by 2 and 1 by 7 is left. So this is P by Q form. So this number can be rational number always. The standard form of rational number, if Q not equal to 0 and that P and Q have no common factors other than 1. Here in 2 and 14 there is 2 common factor. So this is not a standard form. This is P by Q form, but not a standard form. When we divide this 2 by this 2 one time, it reduces as 1 by 7. Now this is a standard form. According to this, P and Q have no common factor other than 1. Here only 1 is the common factor. That is, P and Q are co-prime. When the numbers not having any common factor other than 1, they are considered as co-prime. So the P and Q must be co-prime. To represent on number line, they must have standard form. This is the special thing, that standard form must be there. Between two rational numbers x and y, there is a rational number x plus y by 2. That is, if we take average or mean of that two numbers that are x and y, then x plus y by 2, and there are infinitely many rational numbers. Because as we consider their mean, we get a new number which is a rational number. Okay, by this we can insert a rational number in between two numbers. Okay, many rational number between two rational number. That's why we are saying that infinitely many rational number between two rational number. X plus y is a rational number. Here x and y are rational number, so x plus y is a rational number. That is, addition of two rational number is also rational number. X minus y is a rational number. That is, subtraction of two rational number is also rational number. X into y is a rational number. That is, product of two rational number is also rational number. X divided by y is a rational number, but there is a condition, y not equal to 0. So x divided by y is also rational number. Okay. Now we take other type of numbers. Every rational number can be expressed as decimal, either terminating or non-terminating, repeating. Okay, like this. 1 by 2 can be represented as 0.5. When we divide 1 by 2, we get 0.5. So this decimal number is also rational number. 3 by 4. This is a P by Q form, but when we divide this 3 by this 4, we get 0.75. So this decimal number is also a rational number which is terminating. So all terminating rational numbers are considered as rational number. 1 by 3, this is non-terminating, 0.333, but having the P by Q form, so this is also a rational number. Okay. Now we found 6 rational number between 1 and 2. This is our question, and we have to learn how to found rational number between two given rational number. Here the 1 and 2 are the two given rational number. We have to found 6 rational number between them. First we convert them in a fraction form, that is p by q form, because rational number are those which are represented as p by q form. Here 1 can be represented as 1 by 1, 2 can be represented as 2 by 1. So these are both rational numbers. Now here they are in the form of fraction, and by looking them, the denominators of these two are equal. So now we insert 6 rational number in between them. How many numbers we have to found in between them? We just take more than 1. 6 plus 1, we take 1 extra. Okay, so the best way to find all the 6 in one step, we can convert them by multiplying one more number, 6 plus 1, that is 7, to both of these numbers, numerator and denominator. By multiplying this, we convert the equivalent fraction of this. So 1 by 1, that is 1, and here the 7 by 7 is the equivalent fraction. How? When we multiply 6 plus 1. Why? Because 6 numbers we want to find, and we take one more, 6 plus 1, so 7, and 7 by 7, that is we multiply numerator by 7 and denominator by 7, so we get 7 by 7. Here 2 by 1, so we multiply 2 to this 7 and 1, again 7, so this 2 into 7, 14, and 1 into 7, 7. So 7 by 7 and 14 by 7 are the two numbers 1 and 2. They are reduced as 7 by 7 and 14 by 7. These are the equivalent fraction of these two numbers. Now here they are like fractions, so we just start counting after 7. So we can write 8 by 7, 9 by 7, 10 by 7, 11 by 7, 12 by 7, 13 by 7 are all rational number between 1 and 2. So we have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in between 1 and 2 there are these 6 rational numbers are found. And this is the very good method, but only keeping in the mind we have to multiply a number which is 1 more than the required number. Okay, we take one more example. Find a rational number between minus 2 by 3 and 1 by 4. Here we have already given two fractions which are not like fraction. Okay, and we have to find a number in between them. What we have to do, as we learned before, that if x and y are two numbers, then x plus y by 2 is a number in between them. Let this is x and this is y. So add them and divide by 2. So the rational number is minus 2 by 3 plus 1 by 4 divide by 2. Okay. Now if we take LCM, so by taking LCM we can get the addition of this. If we multiply this fraction, numerator and denominator, by this, then it reduces as 8 by 12, and 1 by 4 multiplied by this 3, so this reduces as 3 by 12. So this way they become as like fraction, so the LCM is their denominator. So this way we get the LCM 12. Okay, now here minus 8, here plus 3, so minus 8 plus 3 is the result, and we just add according to sign. These are subtracted and divide by 2. So minus 8 plus 3 minus 5 divide by 12. This division sign converted now into multiplicative sign, and this number is inverted. So by inverting this 2 we get 1 by 2. Now multiply this. Here minus 5 into 1, minus 5. 12 into 2, 24. Hence, the number in between them is like this. Minus 2 by 3 and 1 by 4 are the numbers, and we get minus 24, minus 5 by 24. So, this minus 5 by 24 is greater than this minus 2 by 3, but less than this 1 by 4, because this is the mean of these two numbers. Okay. So, the minus 5 by 24 is the required number. Now, insert 10 rational numbers between minus 3 by 11 and 8 by 11. Here, both of these fractions are like fraction. So, first we check whether they are possible that there may be having 10 number in between them. Okay. So, we know that minus 3, and if we going right side of this number, then what happened? Minus 3 is lesser than minus 2. Okay. So minus 2 greater than minus 3, minus 1 greater than minus 2, 0 greater than minus 1, and 1 greater than 0. And like this, these are the numbers in between minus 3 and 8. So when we put this numerator, denominator both, what happened? Minus 3 by 11, minus 2 by 11, minus 1 by 11, 0 by 11, 1 by 11, 2 by 11, 3 by 11, 4 by 11, 5 by 11, 6 by 11, 7 by 11, 8 by 11. These are the ascending order of these numbers. Okay. So, the 10 rational numbers are from here to here. So, they are hence 10 rational numbers between minus 3 by 11 and 8 by 11 are minus 2 by 11, minus 1 by 11, 0 by 11, 1 by 11, 2 by 11, 3 by 11, 4 by 11, 5 by 11, 6 by 11 and 7 by 11. These are the 10 rational number between our given numbers. Okay. Now here rational number are two types. First, terminating decimal, non-terminating repeating decimal. If we represent the rational number in the form of decimal, then there is a two type of decimals, terminating decimal and non-terminating repeating decimal. Okay. First we understand what is the terminating decimal. If the denominator of a rational number which is in the form of p by q written in the standard form contains no prime factor other than 2 or 5 or both, then it can be represented as a terminating decimal. Again we repeat, if the denominator of a rational number, since the rational number represented as p by q, so first we found the denominator, that is q of the rational number, and we check that they have to written in the form of standard form, contains no prime factor other than 2 or 5. If q having only 2 and 5 or both as factor, then it can be represented as a terminating decimal. Here in the short form we can write that p is our numerator and q have this form, 2 to the power n into 5 to the power m. If we have the rational number in this form, then we can say that is a terminating decimal. We take example here 14 by 400. Now take the factor of 14. 2 into 7, 2 and 7 are the factor of 14. 400, 2 into 200. Okay, here 2 is the common. So first we cancel this 2. 2 is divided by this 2 one time. So this number converted into 7 by 200. Now 7 and 200 are the co-primes. This is the standard form because at this time there is no other common factor than 1. Only 1 is the common factor. So this is the standard form. Now we check that here the q, that is denominator, is in the form or not. 2 to the power n and 5 to the power m. We check. We factorize this 200. 2 into 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. 5 5 ja 25. 25 2 ja 50. 50 2 ja 100. 100 2 ja 200. So we check that the factor of 200 is these. Check. Here 2, 2, 2. 2 are 3 times. So we can write 2 to the power 3. And here 5 2 times. So 5 power 2. Okay. Here we can see this edge 2 to the power n and this edge 5 to the power m. So here p is 7 and q is 2 to the power 3 into 5 to the power 2, which is the form of this. So we can write this as 7 into 5 and 2 to the power 3 and here 5 power 2 into 5. Why we make so? Because we want to convert them easily in the form of decimal number. So what we have to do? Just equalize the power. Here by having 1 power less than this 2. Here this is 3 power and this is 2 power. So first we multiply numerator and denominator by 5. That's why this converting into the pair of 2 and 5. 2 to the power 3, 5 to the power 3. So we can write them as 35 is our numerator and the denominator is the form pair of 2 and 5. 2 into 5, 2 into 5, 2 into 5. Here 2 is 1, 2 and 3 times and 5 is also 3 times. So if we have any difference in their power, then by multiplying numerator and denominator, first we equalize the power and then convert them in the form of 1 and 0. Here 35 is our numerator and 2 into 5 is 10, 2 into 5 is 10 and 2 into 5 is 10. So this whole number which is in the form of p by q, the denominator converted into the 1 and 0, only 10, 100, 1000 and like that in this form. So this can easily written as 0.035. When we divide 35 by 1000, we get 0.035. So look, this is terminating decimal. So this is the method how to convert a fraction which having denominator as 2 to the power n, 5 to the power m, and we easily convert them as terminating decimal. But if the denominator has prime factors other than 2 and 5, here the denominator having the factor only, prime factors 2 and 5 only. But if the denominator has prime factor other than 2 and 5, then it cannot be represented as a terminating decimal. Okay? Like this. Here our number is 6 by 9. Okay? 6 factorized as 2 into 3 and 9 factorized as 3 into 3. Now this 3 cancel out by this 3 and this fraction reduces as 2 by 3. Here denominator has prime factor other than 2 and 5. This is 3 which is other than 2 and 5. So this cannot be converting into the terminating decimal. Okay? And when we divide this 2 by this 3, the result is 0.66666 and so on. This is non-terminating decimals. Okay? So this way we can found our decimal numbers and we can check what type of our decimal number. They are terminating or non-terminating. So if in the denominator there is a factor other than 2 and 5, then we can say that this is non-terminating decimal. Okay? Have a good day.